I signed my fifth client, and in order to do that, I had to go to my first really important meeting. I had a meeting before for a client when I started working with the salon for free, but this was the actual meeting that had money on the line, and so it was really important for me, and I prepared a couple days before that, and I was really nervous going into it. But it really surprised me when I actually started talking to that person. It went completely different than I expected, and I want to share it with you because it just went great and it didn't go as I expected at all. And now this part for anyone who doesn't already know who I am. I'm Alex, an 18-year-old entrepreneur, and I started my web design agency a couple months ago. Started learning WordPress and Elementor, and then got my first free client, the salon I was talking about. And then I discovered Cloud Code, started building websites with that, and got my next couple of clients with Cloud Code. And now I'm continuing to grow my agency, hoping to get to $100K made in total over the period I was running the agency. Let's start with how much I'm gonna get paid for the entire website. It's gonna be $500, and I'm building it for a dental doctor's trainer. I messaged him as I usually do with the cold outreach process. He answered and wanted to go on a call really quick to discuss the details. Then he proposed the meeting after we discussed a couple details of the website, because he said it's easier to work like this, and I agreed. Then I sent him the location where I wanted to meet together with some time slots. He said it's fine, and then I started preparing for the meeting for 2 or 3 days, and then the actual meeting day came, and I was really nervous in the morning before going into it. I got into the coffee shop we decided to meet in. I got there 10 or 15 minutes earlier because I wanted to be more relaxed and not have any problems with being late. And I was waiting for him in the back. I messaged him telling him I arrived and I'm waiting for him, and I was there 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and he wasn't there yet. He didn't answer to my message or anything, and after another 5 minutes I've got an answer from him, finally saying he's outside waiting for me, actually, because he wasn't allowed to smoke inside. And then I panicked a little bit because I had my laptop with me, and a couple papers where I had the proposal, the website structure for him. On the laptop I had my portfolio websites to show him, and I knew that outside there was a really small table, and there I couldn't show all of it, and it would make it really uncomfortable and awkward to do all of the things I've planned for the meeting. And so I wasn't really happy that that was happening, but I went outside, greeted him, and I just put my laptop and papers in my backpack, and we started talking. And there I had my biggest surprise. I started by telling him I was waiting for him inside because there were bigger tables and I had the laptop and papers and everything. And he said he doesn't care about the examples I was gonna show him on the laptop. He doesn't care about any written proposal. He just doesn't care about all of that. He trusts me already because that's why he agreed to meet. I mean, that's why he proposed to meet. He was already convinced that he was gonna work with me, and he just wanted to discuss what's actually gonna be on the website. And that was the first thing that surprised me, and I was so happy, and I just exhaled, or however you say it. Like, I was so relieved that I wasn't gonna stress to close him, to show him all the bonuses, to convince him to work with me. He was already sure we are gonna work together, and it was just the best feeling. And then we started talking normally about what's gonna happen. I was so much more relaxed. I was just like talking to a friend, let's say. I didn't have any stress about the conversation, and that's why it went basically so well. I think we discussed fluently. I didn't pause for anything. I like the answers to his questions about how we are gonna work together, about the website itself, and everything around this collaboration came to my mind normally, naturally, unlike the other times I've talked to clients or possible clients where I stuttered a little bit. It wasn't the case for this, it was completely different. But enough with what I was feeling. Let's continue with what actually went down in the meeting. Then we discussed the actual structure of the website, the same thing I had on the papers and prepared to show him. I also gave him a copy of those so he can take it with him. Probably he wasn't that interested, but since I offered, he took it. And I was saying maybe some reviews put up front for increasing the trust, and also the accreditations for him as a trainer, as a dental doctor, or whatever you call it. And he just answered simply, it doesn't matter, because everyone that's gonna get on the website already knows him. And if they don't already know him, they can ask the next person in the same industry, and that person will tell them about what he does. So he was really confident on people knowing in people knowing him already, and he doesn't need increased trust or people to believe that what he does is true. He just wanted a website that will gather everything he has on Instagram and just have the information gathered in one place. That's all he wanted. He didn't want the website to sell anything. Like, the website didn't have to convince anyone to buy. It just made it easier for them to buy the courses or schedule or like book a spot for the course, and then have another page where he would put all the posts about the myths of the industry. Have a kind of blog in there, a short about me section, then the actual courses page, and that was it that he told me he really wanted. Then he told me I should handle the rest, he doesn't care that much. And so that's why I say it was so different. He actually trusted me to handle everything. He gave me a couple instructions of what he really wanted, but nothing more than that. I'm still waiting for him to give me all the information. I sent him the message with everything I needed for the website. I'm still waiting for an answer, but I'm sure he's gonna send it to me sometime, like when he actually gets the time to do it. I'm not scared like the other clients or possible clients that he's gonna ghost me. He was like excited to work on the website, so he also contacted me, met with me, wasted a lot of time to go from one side of the city to another to meet me. So he wouldn't go through all this trouble just to start to ghost me after a week from officially starting to work together. It just would make no sense. And so that's it with the meeting, I think. Besides this, I don't think there is anything more that happened in the meeting. It's just the fact that I was so relaxed. It was like I was talking to a friend, or it's hard to tell. it's hard to say it was a friend because she's like 40 years older than me. But like I was talking to my father's friend or like someone like that, and I was just really comfortable to talk with him. I wasn't stressed about anything, and I just wish every meeting would go like this. Just a second. Yeah, I just wish every meeting would go like this. I would close probably more clients. I don't know if how I close clients is the problem, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have any problem if everyone came this decided like he did. But this was everything for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have something to ask me, and I will see you in the next one.